we are an affiliate of ASA, and I do give them some support for the work that they've done. They had recently an appeal, and they had wanted to go in front of the Supreme Court on bringing forward having cannabis be scheduled. It was turned down, unfortunately. I want you to think about this. The same federal government, because the only way we can get it off of a Schedule 1, because everything comes back to it's federally illegal, the only way we can get it off of Schedule 1 is from the President, Congress, or the court system, through the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court had refused to hear their case, so we can't even get it to the Supreme Court. The money involved in cannabis, because this is where the issues actually come from, it comes from the pharmaceutical company. The pharmaceutical companies have huge amount of money into the lobbying. And even now, in 2004, the federal government has a patent on some of the forms of the cannabis. And just recently, within the last week or so, they're actually they're putting a new classification in for cannabidiol. They've started human clinical studies here in the States on 2 separate types, working with GW Pharmaceutical to bring cannabis products based from the plant into play. How we can look at 2 sides of this. I mean, I personally would like to see cannabis both ways, because I don't care how it works. I want lives saved. I don't want to take away from somebody who wants to grow the natural plant, be able to use it. If you are dead set against using cannabis as a natural plant, if you get it from a pharmacy, I don't care. I just want your life to be saved. But they do care, and that's where it comes from. They do not want the competition. They don't want you to grow those plants. They don't want to have people being able to take care of themselves. So the money that is being funneled through the federal government under legislation is so phenomenal that we have not been able to break any barriers. So we can't get it federally legal because we can't get the president who's receiving those funds to work on it. We can't get Congress who's receiving those funds to work on it. And now the Supreme Court has come forward and said, oh, I don't think we want to hear the case. The only way of overturning these things is through votes through the people. And right now we're looking at what, 20 some states that are actually having it legal. We have dispensaries all the way across the United States. Even in the women's suffrage movement, in times where we've had to struggle for civil rights, as more of the United States becomes legal, they have to overturn it because they'll have no cause to be able to, even if the money is involved. And that's what's happening. Time is on our side. That one of the ways the federal government works is just they work behind closed doors on getting things closed so you do not have safe access. And those are the things that we have to bring to light so that we can stop it.
Awesome. I don't know if you guys know, but ASA Nevada County, Patty Smith is the president, and they have their own billboard. And that is something that I would like the Sacramento Norml Women's Alliance eventually to put up our billboard. And as the president of the Sacramento Norml Alliance Women's Group, my whole nucleus is about not having everybody divided saying we're ASA, we're Norml, or WHAM. Even Lynette's group, who is an affiliation of ASA, we need to all come together and we all need to get on the same page, and we need to get smart quick, because if we don't, we're going to let our federal government take over our choice for medicine. And that's what this conference is all about. It's all about coming together and finding out what's going on in different areas, making people like you informed, telling you that we have 2 initiatives to the ballot. And with that said, we have something that's a little bit different, and I don't know the status of it, but I know that we have somebody that probably does. Bob Bowerman with Sacramento Norml, who is an affiliate of the Women's Alliance, had put together a commercial. What is the status on that, Ron? Are we still doing the Super Bowl commercial?
He hasn't talked to me about it. You heard the last time I heard about it.
Well, we had did we win something that...
I'm pretty sure that they got denied.
Oh, the Norml Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I read online about it.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, they got through 2 rounds of, this was a contest sponsored by Intuit to win ad space on the Super Bowl, and Norml got through 2 rounds of that, and then Intuit decided that they didn't qualify for whatever reason. And the rules state they don't have to give a reason, but Norml was ahead in the popular vote for winning that. But yeah, they said No, but the good thing about it is it's still kind of a win for us because Norml was able to generate a ton of publicity out of that. National press picked up on that story, the fact that this ad was winning by a landslide, that everybody wanted to see this.
Smoking ad.
Exactly, and there were, all the pundits had to debate, well, will they let it go, will they don't? Well, big surprise, they didn't. But nonetheless, it was a winner because we got a ton of press out of that, which reached beyond the choir, reached people that would not normally think about marijuana, and that's what we need to do more of if we're going to get this message across, because it's not just pharmaceutical companies. It's really amazing what we've accomplished thus far when you think about what we are fighting. It's pharmaceutical companies, alcohol, the prison lobby, the
Tobacco.
police unions that get funding from the drug world. We are up against hugely funded opposition. So the fact that we've got this far, give yourselves applause, but we still got to keep working.
And talking about getting stronger, I'd like to invite our friend Darren up.